Cartel, y'all some good people, you know what I'm saying? I heard good things about you. Yep. I heard some good things about you all. Fuck that. Seem like some nice gentlemen. I thought that was them boys. Hey man, say man, I'm back with another one today, man. So look, we finna hop back on another, true crime documentary type video. It's a video by a YouTuber named Redlist. I see they only got 2,000 something subscribers. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to that channel. This video seemed pretty interesting, The title is The YouTuber Who Dissolved Bodies for $160. Bro, you gotta pay me more than $160 to dissolve a person, you know what I'm saying? You gotta give me about $165, Damn, $160? Man, that ain't enough. I just know he fucked up, but man, look, I ain't finna hold y'all for too long. I'ma just go on here and get right into it, Cause this motherfucker seem like it's finna be.
Christian Palma Gutierrez had the world at his feet. His rap career was just starting to take off, but he needed a little side hustle to keep his music career moving, and his side gig involved dissolving bodies in acid for a local cartel. With these actions, his humanity dissolved too, and he exposed the truly depraved depths that people will do for a quick buck. Christian Palma Gutierrez has been rapping since his teens, and as he grew into his 20s, showed a lot of promise. He amassed 125,000 YouTube subscribers and had 2 separate Facebook pages with a combined 140,000 followers. He was also scheduled to perform.
I ain't gonna lie, he look like he with this shit. I ain't gonna lie, he look like he'll dissolve your body. You play with him, alright? He look like he'll dip your ass in some acid. You keep playing with him. He look like it. He look like he ain't with that bullshit. I ain't gonna lie.
At a music festival in April 2018, he rapped about drugs and violence with one song named Death Has No Schedule. He portrayed the typical image of a gangster rapper who drove fast cars and motorcycles around poor neighborhoods. Through his YouTube channel, he made $155 to $310 per month. And at 24 years of age, Gutierrez now had a wife and children he needed to provide for. His producer, Sismo, said he had dreams of growing, of making a living from this, so his parents wouldn't have to struggle anymore, so his family could get ahead. But this video showed a gruesome side to him, which the people who worked with him and his fans thought was fictional. One video showed footage of a bloodied man on the ground with his hands tied. His producer explained, in Oba's case,
did he post this shit on YouTube? Nigga, you
regarding the video of the tied-up man, it was symbolic, saying he was killing them with his music. In another one of his songs, he raps, quote, "My voice will be the house where they rest in peace, so they are tormented in darkness, but they'll like it." Although the rap career was on the rise, it wasn't
that ain't even rhyme, nigga. What the fuck? Hold up. My voice will be the house where they rest in peace, so they are tormented in darkness, but they'll like it. Nigga, what? It's just some dark ass shit if you. What the fuck?
They are tormented in darkness, but they'll like it.
Make sure I watch out for the damn Gutierrez asses out
here.
You motherfuckking something else.
It was clear that Gutierrez needed an extra job to keep his music career going. A man named
I ain't got nothing against Cartel. I don't want y'all to come get me and shit, you know what I'm saying? Trying to come throw me nowhere. I'm good on this shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with Cartel, y'all some good people, you know what I'm saying? I heard good things about you. Yep. I heard some good things about you all. Fuck
Coachy
that.
got in touch and offered him a job at a
Nice
mechanical workshop where he earned between $80 and $100 per week. He was also spoken to about other duties he might have to carry out too. Gutierrez was now working for the Jalisco New Generation Cartel. Formed in 2010, this cartel branched off from the Sinaloa cartel to start its own racket. And because they went out on their own,
the Sinaloa, that's like, I want to say that it's Chapo and them, but it might be who Chapo didn't fuck with. It's one of the two, bro. Like, oh, it's an MS-13. It's some shit, bro. It's some shit like that. I heard that name before. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna get the, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna mix up the politics and shit, cause I don't just know who, you know, I don't know. I ain't gonna do all that, but hey, I know you, yeah, I know what's going on.
Also, waged
y'all ain't shit to be
war
played
with
with.
cartels who dared stop
Look at
this
him. Boy, you seen that boy on that motherfucker with
in 2015
that?
for a series of
Alright.
attacks on security forces and public officials.
That
The
military.
latest
Well,
cartel
that was
target,
military.
Mexico's military. The Jalisco New Generation Cartel took the fight to the next level, shooting down a military helicopter with a rocket-propelled grenade, killing people, 6 of them, last week. Look at that.
Gutierrez was clearly working with the
Them niggas different, bro. Cartel different, bro. We think we got gangs and shit over here. Nah, them niggas out there different. Them niggas shutting streets down, shooting out with the whole neighborhood and shit. Like, bro, them niggas on some most shit out there. Them folks ain't bushing. I swear to God.
dangerous group of people. It would
Them
be
folks
sooner
bushing.
rather than later that he got caught up in their deadly workings. While Mexico was embroiled with gang violence, the country finally had some good news they could celebrate. Guadalajara was the hometown of Guillermo del Toro, who had recently won Best Picture at the 2018 Academy Awards for The Shape of You. To have such a positive and uplifting international story about someone from Mexico was a breath of fresh air. And for film students at the University of Audiovisual Media in Guadalajara, he
And
was
they
an
ain't look
inspiration.
Mexican. But I got a homeboy, he got some Mexican in him, man. He don't look like it either. So I can see it happen, you know. But he don't even look like, you know.
One day in March,
Yeah, like
3
that.
film students, Daniel, Salomon, and Marco, went to work on a school film project. They decided to film at a property owned by an aunt of one of the students. Little did they know, they were filming at a hangout spot for the Nueva Plaza gang, and the Jalisco Cartel had their eyes peeled on this spot for possible members to attack. They were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. Suddenly,
Damn.
the students were approached by what looked like policemen holding guns who forced them into a car, but they soon realized that these police uniforms were merely a front. It was the Jalisco Cartel, and they thought they were kidnapping possible members of the Nueva Plaza gang. The fact that they were innocently filming in this location wasn't believed, and even if they were members, this would have been the perfect excuse for them to use. They began beating them, and these beatings took such a toll that one of them died. The other 2 were now witnesses to their murder, so they needed to be killed too. That night, at 3 a.m., Gutierrez received an urgent call on his phone. It was from the cartel, and they made reference to pozole, a famous Mexican soup. Gutierrez knew that it would be a different type of soup he would be working on. He told his wife that he was urgently needed at the mechanic workshop and got an Uber ride over.
Damn, they had a code name for this shit. They called it soup. Yeah, gonna get some soup. That's fucked up, bro. Damn.
When he arrived, there was a water tank and 3 lifeless bodies. They were tossed into an acid bath head first. The tank was full of hot sulfuric acid. This would firstly dissolve the skin tissue and organs, then eventually dissolve bones and teeth. Sometimes the bath needed to be stirred too, which would speed up the process. But this process takes quite a long time. In fact, Gutierrez left the bodies on the tank to dissolve by themselves and arrived 2 days later to see if it had done its job. If there were any traces of the bodies left, the remaining fluid would go into a drain, and any sludge would be dumped in a nearby field. It was an incredibly gruesome job that most people
Why they keep showing Breaking Bad, bro? That was a good ass show though, I ain't gonna lie.
would refuse to do for any amount of money. Gutierrez, meanwhile, was making $160 for this. The disappearance caused outrage across the country. 30,000 people went missing due to the country's ongoing drug wars, and 3 more had just been added to this figure. And behind those figures were loved ones taken from their families and lives ruined forever. 3 days after their disappearance, students from their college held a protest and urged the authorities to find them before it was too late. "We're students, not criminals," they shouted. "Will I be next?" In solidarity with their message, the staff from the university staged a walkout protest the next day. While all of this was happening, Gutierrez was at home watching the coverage of it on TV. In his testimony, he said, quote, "I started watching the news to see what happened, and I saw that 3 students had disappeared, that they had kidnapped them. And the moment that they showed the photos of the missing, I realized that it dealt with the 3 cadavers that I helped pozole. It took only a few days for him to get caught and arrested, and the guilt and anguish was building up inside of him so much that he came clean." Gutierrez was charged with aggravated kidnapping, but is only one of 5 people involved in these murders. And this activity was not a once-off. He was also involved with 3 other murders. The reason why he did these despicable deeds is the most difficult part to understand. He was only making $160 a week from this gig, which was hardly a king's ransom. If he was selfish enough to disregard the...
He had to been scared of them folks. Like, if he don't do it, his ass gonna get through in there, cause I ain't no way you doing this shit for 160. I don't know if it's pesos or goddamn US dollars. Either way, bro, it ain't enough. You had, man, he was scared. He had to go and do that. But his ass was grass. His ass gonna be super.
Other people. Why was he still willing to jeopardize his rap career? The music festival he was scheduled to perform for in 2018 now had to find someone else. The most charitable explanation is that he was offered a job that he was too afraid to turn down. In prison, Gutierrez was placed under special protection on 3 occasions by the judge. He cooperated with the police, so now he has been deemed a snitch and could be killed by cartel members from inside the prison. He was now an enemy of the cartel, but at least...
They threw 3 niggas in some acid by mistake. Well, I ain't gonna say by mistake. No, I feel like they just was gonna kill some period. Anybody from over that way, they was gonna do that. But still, nigga, yeah, they definitely gonna kill your ass.
Behind these prison walls, he was relatively safe. Gutierrez would not face being made into a soup of acid like the film students. The trial is still ongoing and is believed to be taken to the Supreme Court. In another twist, the property they went to film in was allegedly a beauty shop owned by an aunt of one of the students. However, the aunt also allowed the cartel to use this property as a brothel too. She obviously had no idea that these ties would end up killing her own nephew. The reaction of this entire ordeal was met with a sense of shock, but many have argued that given his violent lyrics and video, we should have seen this coming. Luis Cardenas wrote in a column in the newspaper El Universal, for 2 years, Omar screamed in his songs that something was very wrong, and millions saw that, and none of us did anything at all. Now, 3 young people are dead, and 1 life is ruined. Some also looked at the broader issues at hand. Luis Gonzalez Perez, the head of the country's Human Rights Commission, said, quote, "What we have to do is to stop this climate of violence, because there's the risk that if there are no jobs, no education, if the young people don't have recreational opportunities, well, the drug cartels are going to recruit them." The young film students had their whole lives ahead of them, and the film that they were going to bring into the world never got made. And let's not forget the talent that Gutierrez showed as a rapper too. But the sight of 3 aspirational young people having their lives taken away from them even tugged on the heartstrings of Guillermo del Toro, who tweeted, quote, "3 students are killed and dissolved in acid. The why is unthinkable. The how is terrifying. There are no words to comprehend the magnitude of this madness." At a film event in Canada, Del Toro spoke about violence in Mexico in incredibly chilling terms, that every moment is almost like a horror movie in itself.
In reality, especially being Mexican, things happen out of nowhere, and that's the real terror. You can be coming out of a dinner and somebody can be shot 10 meters away. You can be lifted from your home in the middle of the night. There is, every time you're in a horror moment in your life in Mexico.
Man, that shit is crazy. What the fuck? He throwing people in acid and shit. Man, anyway, shit. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Red List. I like this video, you know what I'm saying? I like how you did that. I'm gonna damn near, get to watching your videos on my own, even if I ain't reacting to it. I plan on reacting more though, if your videos coming like that. But, man, y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. I got more content.